Hello, I'm Lineke Lijn, and in this video we are going to draw a dolphin. You can see it right behind me here. And it's the kind of dolphin that's just swimming below the water surface, and we will be focusing on the light that hits the water and the dolphin, and it's very nice to do. At the far end of the video I will speed the time up a little bit, but the rest is drawn one-on-one. So let's get started. Here we are with the drawing of this dolphin, and I already found some pictures on the internet. I couldn't find this particular way of diving, but still, so I made this up, and I came with the idea when I was drawing this jellyfish. You can see how nice it is when you see the surface of the water, and that's what I wanted to draw with the dolphin that we are going to draw here today. Here you can see that I will also be drawing a little bit of the surface beneath, and these are the main lines that you will have to keep in mind. They are very fluid, and it's the way the head line goes into the dorsal fin, the way everything is rounded, and there are very, very smooth lines. The dolphin is diving below the water surface, so that line you need to keep in mind also. It's I think a very nice form of diving, and I really want to share this with you. So we're going to draw this dolphin one-on-one. I head out with the first line. It's a simple smooth line of the head that is going into the fin that is on the back of our dolphin. Once you have that was my cat, sorry for that. Once you have that line, you can draw in the snout of the dolphin. It's pointy, and you can also put in already the smiley line. Now, as you can see on the left, the lower jaw is a bit more in front of the rest, so it sticks out a little bit more than the top jaw. Then I head on to the belly line. And once you have that, you can already put in one of the flippers. It's the one that is the most closest to us. Also the other fin. You can actually move them around as you want, but I think this is quite suitable for the pose that the dolphin has now. Then I draw upwards towards the tail, and I make a banded line to the tail flippers, and those tail flippers are just hitting the surface of the water. And I also put in the kind of horizon of the sand, so it's the line between what is sand and what is water. On top of the head there are some aerodynamic lines, so I also placed these in already, and now I can also see where about the eye is going to be. This is the ear entrance, also important. Now that I'm pretty happy with the lines that I have already, I can darken them in. So I can make sure that these lines are in really hard, because I want to take my cotton now, and I'm going to take some graphite powder. Now I simply smear in the areas that has to be really dark, and I leave out the bits that has to be white, but I do smudge all of the drawing. I need to do that because once I've smudged everything in really rough, I can pull out my pencil eraser and I can start drawing. So I need the whole paper to be smudged and a little bit dirty. You can see there's enough left of our drawing, of our setup. And now I can take my pencil eraser and draw in the highlights, so all the spots where the sun just pierces through the water and is hitting on the dolphin itself. I kind of make the dolphin appear again in the drawing that I've already made. Here on the side of the dolphin there is a lot of light, so I simply erase this out. Here on the top of the fin, the back fin, there's also a lot of light, and also a little bit on the tail. For the surface of the water, I also already take out a little bit of white. And you can see me rubbing a lot, because once you are erasing, there's a lot of eraser rubble on your paper every time. So I always keep my paper as neat as possible. Now I take a 2B pencil. Now that I have all the light and dark shadows, I can draw in the really important dark areas. The lines around the nose and the lines that will go up to the eyes and on the head itself. I also switch a lot from pencil to eraser, because the dolphin is a really smooth animal and really shiny and all that. I use this way of drawing, and I think it's really perfect for it, because you can keep smoothing in and smoothing out all of the areas that you are drawing. So I think it's an ideal way of drawing a underwater, any underwater animal you would like to draw. You can just keep getting the feel of light and dark just by switching from pencil to eraser and back again. Here for the side I need a little bit of more shadow. A dolphin is a light gray animal, so I don't want to make him all too dark. On the tip of the nose, you can see that the front of the nose is a bit flattened out. So I try to achieve that by putting the shadows on the right places. And you can see I really take my time for that. Now and then I look at my reference, like here. It's quite a different dolphin, it's in another position. And because I couldn't find this particular way of swimming on the internet, I imagined it, that it would be something about this. But I can use the reference for the fine details on the tip of the snout and the way the mouth line is going. So it's really helping me. On the background I can place a little more harsh lines, a little bit more of darkness, just to make the dolphin pop out a little bit more. Also give some rounding on the back fin. Make it look a little bit more organic. For the water surface, I need those lines to be quite sharp, just to give it the appearance of the top of the water. And I also place in a little bit of those shiny lights that hit the ground. And I need a little bit of surrounding in this drawing, because if you do not do this, it looks, once your drawing is finished, it looks like it's a floating dolphin. It's floating in nothing, in the air or something. So I really need this dolphin to have a little bit of surrounding and some movement lines of the water that's moving around, just to make it appear a little bit more realistic, if you like. And as you can see, I just keep placing in little shadows. I keep building up my drawing. Here you can see my mechanical pencil. It's the one you can fill with the little I don't know how you call it. It's a filling with with a graphite, and you can really make really thin lines with it. And here on the surface of the sand I can use a little bit of more light. I imagine that this dolphin is swimming just on the edge of the sea, and the waves are on top, and the sand is really white. You can see that I keep rubbing, and I keep playing around with the shadows and all that. So far the one-on-one part, and as promised in the intro, I will continue this drawing, but I will be playing it in speed time, so I can explain a little bit more on the way I think about drawing this way. For instance, to give the drawing somewhat more liveliness, you can make the dark somewhat more dark, and when you place the dark lines against the really whites, the drawing gets more lively. You can add all kinds of things once your drawing is as good as it is. You can draw in a little starfish or little fish swimming around. You can even place in some stones on the bottom if you want. You can make it as filled in as you want. But what I think is important is that you move the blacks and the whites to the edge, to the top. And here I'm placing in a little bit of bubbles, for instance, just to give the drawing a little bit of more, extra detail. Here is on the top you have that hole, that breathing hole. You can place that in, and you can make it as detailed as you want. But I thought it was fun to actually make you look with me how I finish off a drawing like this. And I've chosen to do this in speed time, so you can see what I was thinking about. I even may place in a little bit of clouds on the top, so you do have air, the air in the sky, the top of the water, the line that is water itself, and the bottom. And all in between is our little dolphin that's swimming around really swiftly through that water. I think this is a very nice technique, and especially for the purpose of drawing quick animals underwater. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video, and you can also download this drawing for free on DeviantArt if you want, for study purposes. And I also hope to see you in one of my next videos, and I wish you all the luck with it. Please let me know what you think of it, and maybe you have drawings you want to send to me. You're always welcome at linekelijn@gmail.com. Hope to see you again. Take care. Bye bye.